right, so I don't know who this message is for, but I am being obedient and I am delivering this message. So, God wants you to know that we are more attached to the results than we are at getting the task done. Okay? So, we are more attached to the results than actually getting the task done. Okay? So, he wanted me to go into details with this. So, when it comes to getting the job done, we are more focused. We basically, as if, like, let's say we're at a track meet and we want to hurry and finish, we want to finish the race. Let's say we're just doing one lap around. And what we want to do is we just want to start at the starting line, and we instantly want to be at the finish line. We don't want to sweat. We don't want our legs to cramp up. We don't want to have to bend down and have to race anybody else. We don't want to have to have the mental stress, have the physical stress. We don't want any of that. We don't want anything that comes with having to actually race or run. We just want, let's say we're competing, okay, and we're gonna get a trophy or whatever, and so we just want the trophy, right? We just want the results. We're more attached to the results than the task, okay? But the task is what's it's most important, because the task is where, y'all, God just delivered this to me just now. I promise y'all, because he only gave me a few notes to start with. What he says is that the task, everything that you're going to learn, everything that you need to get through the storm, everything that you're going to go through, everything that you need to rise into this next level where he needs to take you, this happens during that run. This happens during the middle of that run. It doesn't happen when you're getting that trophy. Okay? It doesn't happen when you're getting that trophy. And so, another thing, this is the time where God is giving you the ideas. When you're running, God is like, hey, this person's about to catch up to you. How about you hit the corner this way? This is when God is prepping you. This is when God is teaching you. This is when you're learning. You're not learning when you're getting the trophy. We're focused on the results, okay? We're focused on what is the result, okay? Just like when somebody wants to lose weight. Most of the time, we're never like, okay, we want to lose weight to be healthy, right? That's really, most of the time, that's not really the case. For a lot of people it is, but many of the times we're like, oh, we just want we want to look like how we did when we got out of high school, or we want to fit into our old bikini. We want to look how we did before we had kids, or we want to look how we did, before whatever, back in the day. And so what happens is that you start to paint this picture in your mind of the result, right? Which is really good, because you're that's the plan. But you don't start, counting your calories. You don't start saying, okay, I need to drink at least 8 bottles of water, or more. You don't start saying, okay, I need to cut my carbs. I need to cut my fat. You don't start doing all that. You don't start tracking your meals. You don't start making sure you get enough physical activity. A lot of people, they miss the planning, right? This is the part, whenever you're running the race, this is that part where you're running, okay? And so what happens is that we are missing, that middle part, the most important part to get to that results, because we're so focused on the result that we don't do the proper planning that we need to do to get to it. And that is the reason why when we make these goals in life, God is like, okay, I'm trying to help you get to, what it is that you're trying to get to. and you're asking me for this, but what did he say? Faith without works is, he can't help you. We have to do some work. Okay? We can have faith, but there is something that we do have to do. You can't just say, okay, God, I want a car, and it's just going to drop down from the sky. You probably have to call around. You probably have to save a little bit of money, maybe a down payment. God is, he can only do so much to help us. Like, we still have to he's going to make sure, he's going to, put whatever it is that he needs to put in there. He's going to sprinkle whatever he needs to put on there. He's going to do what he has to do, but he still needs for you to do what you have to do. Y'all have to work together. And so what he wants you to know is that he's sending you these ideas, during the time, right before you get right before you win, okay? You're going to win. What you have to know is you're going to win, okay? And he wants you to know is that he's sending you ideas. He's sending you all of these cheat sheets and these everything, you do this, you did, he's sending you everything. And he's sending you even, you don't want to rush through, you don't want to rush through this thing. He's sending you all of these things. And so what we have to just keep in mind is that we sometimes can get in the way of ourselves, and we can think that we know it all, and we have to just be humble and understand and have faith in the one who does, because God knows it all. And if you're working with God, he's going to help you get through these things. And most people, the things that you've gone through in life, they have prepared you for the next level that you're about to go to. And then once you get there, that level is going to prepare you for the next level. This is just how it works. And so you're going to have your test. And guess what's going to happen? And this is a test that I really do not like. Now, this is in the midst of the run before we get that trophy. The test that I don't like is, whenever you say that you're going to change something, what tends to happen is either God, I feel like God will initiate the test, or even sometimes the enemy, will initiate the test. And you can tell because of the way it feels. And I feel like God initiates tests in a more loving way. It could be just something will happen, and God wants to see how you will react to that situation. Because in the past, you did not act the way that you should have. And so in this new situation, he'll give you one that's kind of similar. That's very similar, actually. And he wants to see how will you react. Versus, when the enemy comes, the enemy is trying to take you out, okay? And I feel like God doesn't do that. He doesn't try to take you out. The enemy comes and tries to take you out. The enemy will use people, and that's why we have to pray for people. The enemy will use anything to get you off I've had people call me and tell me that they wanted to just unalive me for no reason. Just to get me off of my happiness. Like, because I was just so filled up with God, just because I was so filled up with joy. And I realized, I was like, oh my God, I realized that was actually, when I tell y'all, spiritual warfare is real. Like, you cannot see this stuff. People that do not know you, the entities can use them. They do not know you. If they sense God in you, they will come for you. But what they don't know is, baby, God has an army just for you, for your protection. God has an angel. God has angels, okay, for your protection. You are protected. So I'm going to end this message here. And God, when I tell you God dropped this message into me, because he only gave me a few lines to start with, but I literally got the message in the middle. I was like, please help me with this one, because I know how to start this one, but God, guys, just please, and just thank you, just kind of just. I hope you guys understood this message. Just kind of stay with God. You're going to win. You're already winning. You're about to win. Thank Him now because you're about to win. And it's already in the works, okay? I love you guys. I'm going to see you in the next video. And stay prayed up too, okay?